The Dark Knight battles his greatest threats yet, cold-hearted Mr. Freeze, venomous Poison Ivy, and the unstoppable brute known only as Bane. Batman finds himself at odds with his crime-fighting comrade Robin, no longer satisfied with his role as a sidekick, as Mr. Freeze threatens to unleash a new ice age upon the citizens of Gotham City. The dynamic duo, now joined by the heroic newcomer Batgirl, must learn to work as a team before Gotham City is put on ice. What's going on, guys? Multiverse here with yet another action figure review video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Dark Knight himself, Batman, from the movie Batman and Robin by McFarlane Toys. Starting off this video, guys, we're of course taking a look at the McFarlane packaging, and it is of course that traditional black, white, and blue with the open face window, seeing George Clooney Batman front and center. And I have to say, guys, minus the bat nipples, this is one of my all-time favorite suits. I love the all black outlook on Batman, even without his gold utility belt. But let's stay focused on the packaging. It is, of course, like I said, the open face window with DC Multiverse logo and Batman's name at the bottom. Flip on over to the side, guys. It is, of course, this Build-A-Figure Waves red that we've seen from the movie and Batman's name from the movie Batman and Robin. Over here on the back side, guys, we see, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger's face again with the other faces in the wave. And we do see that Batman comes with the legs. Over here on this side, guys, not really much going on other than, of course, DC Multiverse and Batman again. Nothing on the top except, of course, the movie logo, and then down here at the bottom is the barcode for you barcode guys. With all that said, guys, let's go ahead and rip the Dark Knight out of his packaging and see how he looks. So right here, guys, is the Dark Knight himself, George Clooney's Batman, in all of his glory. And I have to say, for my first-hand impressions, I absolutely love this figure. It is just a massive wave of nostalgia, and this is still one of my all-time favorite bat suits. Just take away the nipples and it's pretty much perfect. I just love the fact that they went the different route with Batman, is instead of giving him his golden accents, they took it all away and just made him I would say a matte black, but he's definitely very, very shiny in figure form. But the suit was also rubber, so it had a bit of a shine to it as well. If I had to say what I do not like about this figure right out of the gate, is the cape. I cannot stand how the cape is constantly flared out. And it is a great plastic cape, so I'll definitely keep it, probably replace it with somebody else. But somebody else that it really makes more sense to, for it to be in this all out, like, flared look to it. I just cannot stand that. So I will definitely be getting this Batman a pleather looking type cape with a wire through it, so I can have all types of fun with posing him up and taking some photos. With all that said, guys, let's go ahead and take Batman off of the rotating turntable and take a closer look at the accessories that he came with. When it comes to the accessories, guys, the Batman doesn't really come with anything except the Build-A-Figure piece. He does, of course, come with a McFarlane stand with the DC logo stamped right there in the front. And he does, of course, come with his own trading card, which, just like the others, is just the headshot of George Clooney from the movie poster. Flipping over to the back, guys, is the read-up if you want to pause the screen and read it right now. You probably don't, because you've seen it with the other three figures in this wave. And then, like always, guys, he does, of course, come with a Build-A-Figure piece for Mr. Freeze. And we will definitely take a closer look at these when he gets his own video. And we, of course, cannot forget the freeze effects that he came with. With all that said, guys, let's go ahead and move away from the accessories and take a closer look at Batman's detail. In terms of Batman's detail, guys, I do think they did an amazing job on this George Clooney Batman. It is, of course, the Batsuit that we saw from the film condensed down into figure form. So McFarlane is still doing a fantastic job. We are, of course, starting off with the head sculpt, guys, and just looking at the face, that is definitely George Clooney in that mask. I know some people say that it doesn't really look like him, But I mean, it's close enough. I mean, how can you forget that chin? That is a George Clooney chin right there. And I do love how we see like the wrinkles from his cheekbones because it was like a compressed mask on him. So it does make sense there. And then of course, just his big brown eyes staring at you. This has got to be one of my all-time favorite bat suits, guys. I just absolutely love this. Going down here now, guys, looking at his torso. I have always loved the extra sculpted muscle look to it. I know that Joel Schumacher in an interview once before said that he wanted to model the bat suits after like the Greek god statues, or just the Greek statues where it just shows all of their muscles. So he wanted Batman to obviously be like godlike, I guess. However, he is a warrior at the end of the day, so it just made sense. And just the all blacked out bat logo, if I can get that closer, it does look amazing. I absolutely love this all blacked out look, and it just works for this suit. I absolutely love it, and it does just look amazing. Going out here now, guys, looking at his midsection. His midsection is pretty generic. There's hardly anything going on in the crotch. Yeah, there's some sculpt marks, but there's hardly anything really going on there. And especially like on his back half, like I said before, guys, McFarlane needs somebody who is a little more experienced in doing the back muscles on figures. I'm not asking for anything crazy, but like this just looks kind of bland to me, especially with the bat butt. There's hardly anything there. Going down here now, guys, looking at his legs. I absolutely love these boots. I love the bat emblem on the top of the boots. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, guys, I don't want to forget about his gauntlets. He does have the single fin action, or I guess you can call it the dual fin because it does have a separation right here. But they are just one piece, and I do think that that is really, really cool and very unique for a Batman figure because we're used to always seeing him with the three prongs off to the side. And being that this one here is just one fin, it does look amazing. And I have never noticed this about his gloves in the film. I don't know if this is an accurate depiction of it, but like the separation it has going on in the glove right here, how it just kind of looks like it drapes over here and I guess connects somewhere like with the rest of the suit, or maybe it just slides on and slides off. Not really sure what's going on there, but it is very unique, so I do think it looks very well done. With all this other, guys, let's go ahead and zoom out away from the figure and take a closer look at Batman's size, his articulation, and jump into some size comparison. When it comes to how tall this Batman stands, guys, to the top of the head, Batman looks as though he stands exactly 7 inches tall. So he is, of course, that traditional 7 inches that McFarlane likes to do. Let's go ahead and move him closer to the camera here, guys, and jump into some articulation. Starting off with the head articulation, he can look up and look down. And for the first time ever with this cowl, he can look left and right and rotate all the way around. So he definitely is breaking the movie lore there. He can turn his head and still look great. And he, of course, does have beautiful head tilt. When it comes to his arm articulation, guys, he does come with a butterfly joint, but this plastic cape, even though it is a very soft plastic, really gets in the way. You can get it to wiggle somewhat, but I wouldn't do it too much unless you want the arm to really pop off because that butterfly joint does get a little bit stuck. His bicep swivel is there, guys, but you have to be careful because there's kind of a fold right here underneath where his armpit is. Not sure if you guys can see that really well, but it does get snagged on there. But it is there for the bicep swivel, and now it is stuck in the wrong direction. There we are, guys. Just had to pop it off and spin it back around. He does, of course, come with double hinged elbows, and as for his wrists, they do articulate up and down and rotate all the way around, although he is a little bit stiff, so I would definitely recommend soaking him in some hot water. Going over here now, guys, looking at his ab crunch. Batman can crunch forward, and he is a limbo master at the DC parties. Going over here to his waist swivel, it does swivel all the way around. His legs kick forward about that far. They kick back about that far, exposing a massive McFarlane crotch gap. He can, of course, hit the atomic splits, double hinged knees, and as for his ankles, they do articulate down, they articulate up. He has toe articulation, and then, of course, that beautiful ankle pivot. Starting off the size comparison, guys, here we have the Dark Knight standing next to the other two Robin and Batgirl who are a part of the same wave. And as you can see here, they scale together beautifully. Still within the same wave, guys, here we have Batman standing next to Poison Ivy. And you can see Poison Ivy stands just a little bit taller than the Dark Knight. And before we move out of the DC Universe, guys, you know I had to see George Clooney's Batman standing next to Michael Keaton's Batman. And as you can see here, he's a little bit taller. However, I do think this is a beautiful transition between the suits. Jumping out of the DC Universe, guys, and into the Marvel Universe, here we have the PS4 Spider-Man from Diamond Select Toys. And as you can see, they actually do scale quite nicely. And then last but not least, guys, here we have Marvel Legends Captain America. And as you can see, they simply do not work. Alrighty guys, and there you have it. Another action figure review video in the books on my channel for you guys to enjoy. When it comes to my final review on the George Clooney Batman and Robin Batman, I'm going to have to give him a solid 9.5 out of 10. I absolutely love this figure, and I do think it looks absolutely phenomenal. It is borderline flawless. However, I just cannot get past that cape. It is way too shiny, way too glossy, and it just looks very, very weird with it being completely flared out like that. So I cannot wait to order him a pleather wired cape so that way I can have a little bit more freedom with how I'm going to pose him. With all that said though, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you are new. My schedule's been a little haywire now on account of my new job, but there are definitely going to be more videos coming in the near future. With all that said though, guys, I'm getting out of here, and I will see you in the next video. Later.